How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about OCGN. I've been getting a lot of messages. People are telling me, Trey, you haven't seen OCGN running up? And of course I have. I always keep this play on my watch list. And many are saying, will it continue? Did you see that it was up just over 13% on the Friday? You know what? We'll talk about it further in this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder, you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for OCGN. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $3.72, being up 13.07%. On the low, it tested $3.20, and then on the high, testing $3.74. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 43.873 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 14.823 million shares. So what we noticed right away, we had well above the average in regards to volume, and it's part of the reasons why we've been seeing strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 58.21. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 100-day, but we are above the 50-day and as well as the 21-day EMA. And as you can see from OCGN, for the past 4 trading days, we have been forming higher lows and as well as higher highs. So as far as for this coming week, I do see some profit taking. I want to make sure I'm being really real with you guys here. And where you want to see support actually hold up will be right here around the 50-day, which is around $3.45. And the reason why you want this level to hold, at least if we can consolidate above it, we can look forward to making that move going to $4. But if we end up coming back to $3.45 and we break through $3.45, then we need to see if we could hold support at the 21-day EMA, which is around $3.09. We already know as well, $3 was an area where we were fighting to get to when we were struggling previously in the past. So that's why if we did break through the 21-day EMA, then you'd want to see $3 hold up as that area of support. And if we choose to stay within this range and be range bound, I would not be mad whatsoever. It's only when we start breaking these levels and start going back to these lows where we were testing earlier in the month. So let's see how OCGN performs for this coming week, but I would definitely keep an eye on $4 if we see a lot of strength in the market. So now we're moving on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for OCGN. So as we scroll down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So the most recent filing I have here is from March the 11th from City State Bank that purchased 2,000 shares. And then when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 63.30%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 3.94 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 1 million, updated 8 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 8.04%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 17th, it was at 52.00, and then for the close of the 18th, going up to 63.30. So that is a significant increase right there, and what this shows us, OCGN does continue to have short squeeze potential. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for OCGN. So we see on the inflows at 63.58, and then on the outflows at 7.81. Keep in mind these numbers in the millions, and that is a strong inflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 51.57. On the medium, medium, it was 8.96, and then on the small, it was 3.05. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large, it is at 0.21. On the medium, it is 4.90, and then on the small, it was 2.70. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see that big inflow on the 18th for the Friday that just passed being at 51.36 million. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tend to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we have more buying than we have selling. And then when we take a look at the large, represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had a lot of buying and very little selling. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 20.42%. No surprises that is up there for a volatile stock like OCGN. And we could see as far as for the volume is concerned, there's a lot of buying pressure. So now let's go into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for OCGN, when it comes to the price action, it has been showing a lot of strength. We've been seeing higher lows for the past 4 trading days, and that goes alongside higher highs. So where we saw the high on the Friday, it was right around $3.74. So you want to see it break above $3.75, whether it happens on Monday or Tuesday. But do know, inside of the after hours, the stock ended up closing at $4.12. So it went up another 10%. So I'll be very interested to see if $4 can hold going into the open. But one thing that is very clear, we've been seeing as far as for the tech sector, there's been a lot of money that's been flowing through it. And you know already, stocks just don't go straight up. So we end up having some profit taking. Where I want to see some support is right around $3.45. If we end up breaking through $3.45, then we could potentially have a pullback to around $3.09. And this is where we want to see support hold. This is crucial, at least right at $3. And the reason why I'm emphasizing this, because if we do decide to consolidate within this particular range, it can still get us ready for that move to make sure that we can get comfortable above 4, whether it comes when we have a certain catalyst and so on. But if we end up seeing that weakness, I just want to make sure that you're being prepared for these levels that I discussed. And before I close this video out, many people were asking, so what is the reason why OCGN is running up? We have to understand the market has been beaten up for quite some time. We have some money flowing back into it, so OCGN is being able to follow alongside the market, and many people thinking, well, you know what, it's now time for stocks to pick back up. But we also have to understand there could be some short covering that is going on, but we also can't ignore what's going on outside of the stock market. And what do I mean by this? We've been seeing that C19 has been coming back again. We've seen it happening in China, and cases are building up even more in the state of New York. So knowing these particular variables, and if it continues to be a concern, all of these vaccine type of plays like Moderna, Pfizer, and so forth, they're going to continue to see more momentum, more money flowing into them. And of course, for OCGN, it'll be able to benefit from this, and that's why I would not be shocked if this stock starts holding up that $4 level going into the coming week. But I don't see it happening. That's just my personal opinion, because there's a lot of people that are going to be looking to take profits, and there's a lot of bag holders who are inside of this play. And we also do know if the markets end up showing a lot of weakness due to the fact it has been running up, then we know OCGN is going to pull back with it. And we need to have those catalysts coming through as far as an update from the FDA and as well as what's going on with Health Canada. There are so many questions, but we do know OCGN is doing the work in the background as far as the operational side and also focusing outside of covaxin. We already know that they're trying to come up with a gene therapy for curing blindness. So we can't forget about that. We know they're making some successes in that particular area in regards to studies. So we just have to sit down, wait, see what happens. And I can't forget to send out a big congratulations to those who were able to buy up the dip in OCGN and enjoy this recent run up. I was unable to get into it. I was looking at other plays, but I want to make sure I put that out there. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's see how the stock performs for this coming week. We'll talk soon.